You're posting, you're speaking, you're doing everything they told you would grow your business. So why is it not converting? Because visibility is only half the equation. Getting attention is easy. Turning that attention into clients takes strategy. VoiceLab was built to solve that. This is where front-end visibility meets back-end conversion. You learn how to get on stages, create your own platforms, and use podcasts, summits, and workshops to grow your audience and generate real leads. Then you learn what most people never build. A system that captures those leads, follows up, nurtures relationships, and turns interest into revenue. Email and newsletter strategy that actually gets responses. Workflows, not just more noise. Real connection that leads to real business. Inside VoiceLab, you are not guessing. You're learning the how. You're implementing in real time. You're building a business that works even when you are not constantly chasing attention. Because here's the truth. If you don't have visibility, no one knows you exist. If you don't have systems, nothing converts. VoiceLab gives you both, so you can stop performing for attention and start building momentum that pays you back. If you are ready to grow your authority, expand your reach, and finally turn visibility into income, join the VoiceLab. Scan the QR code, join VoiceLab Group on the School platform, and build the business that actually works.
Welcome you guys to Monetize Your Microphone. It is all about business, but business with some fun here today. And grab your coffee, your notebook. You should have a pen. Maybe you got a cool tech widget or something, because that's what we're going to talk about, how tech can really make your life amazing. I know that everybody's got a tech and a thing, and it does this really great thing. But I want to tell you, as somebody who does tech and is involved online every day, I love this. This is really simple and it's very exciting. You don't need a bigger following. You don't need to go viral, and you definitely don't need that extra ring light. I've got plenty. What is this about? It is about getting on the stage. You all podcasts are looking for guests, summits are looking for guests, but what happens? You get that experience and you want to go next level. This is next level, getting paid to speak, getting speaker gigs, and getting on the stage. This is what we are here to do. We're about working smarter, not harder, making your life easier, because your microphone shouldn't just amplify your message. It should really amplify your bank account. And why not travel to live events? Because the world is open up. The stage is there for the taking. So grab the mic, get on the stage, and I'm going to bring the amazing Glenn Freeman right here. I am all about stages. So you guys, if you don't know me, I'm Nicole Borghi. I'm a virtual event strategist, and I just lost him. There we go. Of course, my Zoom wants to spin around. And I am a virtual event strategist. I'm an event coordinator, quite simply. It is all about getting on the stage, and you are your brand. If you're out there, if you have been trying to get that revenue caught up, your LinkedIn's going, your people know who you are, but is that showing up with that follow-up? So many people here have probably escaped corporate America or even had a brick and mortar store. But what is the difference when you get online and you have a focus keynote and you come killer with that amazing energy? You deserve to be on the stage. So I am here to help you strategize those workshops, webinars, and even master classes, and connect with people so I can be the Wizard of Oz behind that green curtain and help you stand out and shine and show up on the stage. So let me bring the amazing Glenn up to the stage. And Glenn, man, I'm glad to be here. We're here from number 2.
Number 2. Yeah, and with Dan bringing up the dog issue this morning, number 2 has a whole new relevance, doesn't it? Anyway, I love to come do these events. This will be the second one we're doing with Nicole. We do them with a lot of great affiliates. Our program, and I want to welcome you all to this event here and let you know that our program literally does 2 things better than anything else you will ever use. It finds opportunities that are qualified to hire you, that are in exactly your sweet spot, And then we assist you in filling out the mounds of paperwork. And we could do all of that in under 10 minutes per opportunity. Exactly, Celeste. That's the result we're looking. Someone capture that moment from Celeste right there, because that is the moment. That is the aha moment. I want to get right into it, and then I will tell you how we got to this. Because instead of explaining it all to you, I want to get right into it and show you what your dashboard would look like every single morning. So we're going to imagine it is Wednesday morning. Your dog just jumped up and knocked your protein shake on. Celeste is drinking her green tea. I just grabbed my cup of coffee, and now we sat down at the computer. So Tyler's going to show us exactly what that would look like, exactly where we're at every single morning of what you wake up to. Because Digital Speaker Agent basically built you your own little agent that goes out every single night and finds out exactly what you speak on, exactly who your audience is that you speak to, what you're an expert in, the geography that you love to speak. That's what we go out and we search, and we do that individually for each and every speaker that we have. So Tyler, share your screen about what somebody would look like. This is my son, Tyler, by the way. He is the king of customer service. He also does all our technology. When you're calling up, if there's issues, quick thing on him, we do not use AI to answer your questions. If we don't know the answer, then Tyler gets buzzed on his cell phone and you ask the question, and right from there, we go to Tyler answer you in person. So right now he's going to bring us right to where we're already logged in. And now we've opened up our dashboard and there's opportunities waiting for us.
All right, awesome. Thank you for the introduction, and thank you everyone for being here. So hopefully my screen is visible, and I'm just want to give you a quick walkthrough about what is happening behind the scenes here. So everything is going to start here at sign up, where you can start a 7-day trial completely on us. So when you go and to start a profile.
Hey, Ty, do me a favor, just jump right to the pipeline, and we'll go back to all this.
Okay,
It's Wednesday
no problem.
morning. They're already a client of ours. They're already using our system. They've already been through this minutia. They woke up, it's Wednesday morning. So let's grab water, not juice. And I got corrected. And everyone's has their thing. Now they woke up and they're looking at their 5 opportunities, Ty, right? They're looking at their opportunities to what they're going to now search on. So they're not at the stage batch, they're at their opportunities.
Okay,
There
so
you go.
when you sign up, we take your speaker URL or your website and we build a profile on your speaking career automatically for you. And once we have your profile built for you, then we can start to go out and find relevant opportunities. So every single day, we're going to be delivered between 1 and 5 opportunities here. And we can see that these are all the opportunities we found that match what my speaker profile is built around. So you can see here in the opportunities feed that we can view all of this information about each event, and they'll go through and here are all of our events that match. So when we find one that we like, you can just go ahead and accept. And when you accept an opportunity, what our system does is it takes your speaker profile that we built based on your speaker website. We read everything that particular event is looking for, and then we begin to build a custom event package that takes all of your profile information. It customizes it to position you as a great candidate for this particular event. And then the system will get ready to fill out all of your applications for you so that you're able to apply within minutes instead of what used to take hours. So let me show you a quick example about what this would look like. Sorry, I keep getting booted out here, guys. Go back to our pipeline here. So once the event package is created, it's going to give us all of this great data, which is a strategic positioning map, all of your custom opportunity materials, and now we're ready to apply for this event. So to apply, you can just go right here to open up the event application. Let's continue. All right, and then you'll probably be brought to a page like this, which I'm sure a lot of you have seen, which normally you have to fill out manually. But using our Chrome extension here, you can actually click autofill now. And what the system's doing is it's taking all of your customized answers to this event and it's mapping this form to prepare to autofill it for you. So we'll see here in just a moment that we have our session title, our description. Here are all of your learning objectives that are taken directly from your site and tweaked to fit this event. And you just can go ahead through here and follow the steps. And once our form is submitted, you can go back to the screen. You can let the system know that you've applied for this opportunity, and then it'll generate a follow-up sequence. So let's see one more example of another event. So let's open up this one and we'll want to find the form. So let's go here. All right, so we're on another proposal and you can go ahead and open up the Chrome extension and autofill now. All right, I'm the presenter. All right, perfect. So now we're ready to go to the next step. We're one presenter here. And if there is ever a multi-page, multi-step type of application, you can just keep clicking autofill as you come through, and it'll get you through this form extremely quickly. So let's just get our name in and next. All right, so this is where a lot of the magic happens, where you need to come up with a new session summary, you need to come up with new learning objectives, etc. And what our system does, again, is it's going to go ahead and fill out all this information for you so that you can apply nice and quickly. So after you've submitted an application, you can track everything in your applications tab, and you'll also see in your dashboard that you get this calendar. Now, this calendar is going to track every time you have an event, every time you've submitted applications, anytime a deadline's coming up, and most importantly, when you should follow up with these events. So for example, let's say that I've applied for this event here on the 15th of last month of June. So I can see in purple that I've applied here on this date. And then 1 week later, on the 23rd, I'll get a reminder here that I should follow up with that event that I applied for on the 15th. So this reminder is set to send the 7 days after application follow-up, which is already prepared for you. So you can go to view your event package, which we saw earlier. You can click right here on the follow-up sequence, and then you can find the letter that you're supposed to send 7 days after. You can always modify this in any way that you'd like, but once it's ready and you're happy with the way it's landing, you can copy it right here. You could paste it into the email body, and then you can send off this 7 days after application follow-up right from your dashboard here. So that is how we build your profile right from your speaker website. We begin delivering opportunities that are aligned to your speaking category. And then we prepare all of the application materials. We give you the Chrome extension to autofill your applications, and then all of your follow-up reminders, and which are all prepared for you to send.
Okay, so now let me go backwards and now tell you how all that magic just happened. Tyler basically just applied for 2 applications and submitted them. And I'll explain to you how we did it in his voice, which means exactly the way he would normally write them. Literally in under 4 minutes. We have speakers doing 5 of these. If they're in a category that gets a lot of opportunity, they can do 5 of them, and they're doing them in under 10 minutes, and then they're enjoying the rest of their day. So let's explain to you how all this happens. Let's go back to the stage and identity profile. The way all this magic happens is when you first sign up, and I suggest you all look at the link that Nicole just put in there. It gives you a 7-day free trial. It gives you the stage match for free, which is worth $300. It brings you all different kinds of opportunities, custom onboarding if you want Tyler or I to help you actually do it. But what goes on is while you are applying, we ask for your speaker URL. That is our source of truth. So what happens is during that process, you tell us I'm a speaker at glennfreeman.com, and it scrapes your speaker URL website and fills out the staging profile with 90 pieces of information. We do that by not only looking at what we found in your speaker URL, but then we go to your LinkedIn page. We go and see if you did anything in Reddit under that name, if you did anything in either the Facebook profile, and we try to find all the different things that we can find about you. And we fill out your form of your speaker profile for you, such as all the information he's showing you. The most important parts are, I am an expert in something. Right? You can't be a generalist and be a speaker. You're all an expert in something. Then what are the keywords that a opportunity is out there looking for? Because they're using an algorithm on you the same way we're using an algorithm on them, right? It's the top keywords, what makes you different, and who is willing to pay you to speak. And I will get off rails for a second. Pay you to speak has a lot of different terms. People get upset sometimes. You gave me opportunities that I'm not being paid for. But when you're being paid to speak, we'll get to all that, Alan. Just give me one moment. When you're being paid to speak, sometimes you can get paid with the three camera video that they're shooting. Sometimes you're being paid to speak because you're speaking at MIT and it's incredible on your resume. Sometimes you're not being paid to speak because it's in an association meeting. There's 200 people in the audience that are willing to hire you depending on how good you are. So paid to speak is a variable. We are searching both paid and non-paid opportunities. It is up to you, which is why we're delivering you up to 5. Our hope is, and our know is, that after a year, you will have applied, if you're in a category that has opportunity, to 500 of them. More than one a day, and that is a compounding number. What we're looking at is ultimately what we are changing per opportunity is your learning objectives, your takeaways, and your challenges. And we are not changing them, we are updating them to match what it is the about is looking for in the opportunity that we are applying to. We're using the keywords that they're looking for, and we're tweaking the way that we speak to them and what your letters look like and what your opportunities look like that you're applying to exactly what it is that they are asking for. We are using Python code to do that. We are not using AI, which means that everybody on this call will not sound exactly the same when we go make an opportunity and we submit for you. Okay. We painstakingly wrote this out of good old-fashioned Python code. And one of the things that we search for is we are looking at the way you write, the way you speak, the way you do things on video, and what your psychometric score is, which is your Myers-Briggs score or your DISC score. And through those 4 pieces of information, our code looks through that and knows exactly the way you write because it's studied the way you write. And for those of you who came in a minute or two late, our system basically works for each one of you individually every day. So imagine that I wrote this for you the same way I wrote it for me, because that's where this came from. 13 years ago, when I thought I was going to be a speaker, I said, there's no way I am working 7.5 hours a day, 28 days a week or a month, and not knowing whether anyone cares what I'm writing. And spending all those hours every day being a private investigator to go find these opportunities. And then being a linguist to try to figure out how to curb my opportunity so it matched what they were looking for. And then trying to do follow-ups and be a hunter and a gatherer. It was overwhelming. So I went into other work. And then 13 years later, I found myself again ready to be retired for the last time. And I stumbled by, you know what, I can go speak. I have 63 years of experience doing what I do. I'm going to go speak again and realize that nothing changed. You still have to do 2.5 hours worth of work to find the opportunity, change your skills, figure out what bucket, where did you leave it? What cabinet did you leave your headshot? What answer should you give to this question? How do I tweak it? How do I do it? How do you painstakingly do it? And I said, I have to figure out a way of doing it myself, which is where I started to learn Python. So I said, because when I was asking AI to do it, every time I asked it the same question, it changed my answer. And I'm like, this is insane. I think AI myself is going to be the greatest failure of mankind we've ever had. But anyway, that's my own commercial. What we've taken is we take all of your information through the stage and identity profile and the evergreen, which is everything Tyler's at now. And we've scraped everything we can find. So all the information, about 90% of everything that you have to fill in during an application, we have already found about you. On things that we can tweak and update without lying, right? We're not going to say, oh no, Nicole actually did land a rocket on the moon, because that's what they asked. Our material will not fill in a blank if it doesn't know the answer. It will leave it blank. And then your job is to go finish that other 10% of the application. For instance, we don't know if you're bringing a second presenter. We don't know on a drop down which one of the 3 out of 10 things you would choose. We painstakingly wrote into that code, if you don't know it, don't answer it. So the Evergreen Vault holds all your back data. It holds all your information, and you have the ability to go in either through the intercom. You just send Tyler a quick note, say, I need to update this, or you can always go in and lock in different information if we didn't catch it exactly right. But we are literally scraping it right off of your speaker sites. So a couple people asked already, because we're human and we have to know what the price is before we know what the value is. So I will tell you, and then we'll get back to it. Okay, our program is normally $100 a month, which basically would say that there will be about $3 a day if we only gave you, and you only applied for 1 a day. However, if you apply for 2 a day, you're at $1.65. Now, I ask everybody every time I do one of these, because I know we have competition out there, and I know certain people send you a spreadsheet with 100 opportunities every single week, and everyone thinks that's amazing because at the end of the year, you have 5,000 opportunities that none of you have done a damn thing with. And I know it and you know it. And under the Get Smart cone of silence, you would all tell me the truth, right? It's not a numbers game about how many you have sitting in your inbox. It's a numbers game about how many you've actually applied to. We've had speakers on here. One guy, Frank King, during one of the presentations we did, I flat out asked him, I said, Frank, you've been speaking for 20 years. You are a writer on Jay Leno. You speak on suicide prevention. You have 14 TEDx talks. You are sought after by people to speak. If you send out 100 applications, how many will you hear back from? And he said, I will hear from 8. I said, 8 out of 100 is a great number. He said, no, I will hear from 8. I will get hired ultimately by 2. So that's the numbers game. I'm amazed when we first started this and we were 30 days into it, people would say, how many people got booked already? And I said, none. I said, because bookings now is happening in 2027. They're out there fishing now for people. So it's hard for us to tell you how many people have actually got booked, because it's a long tail program. And when I say to you, we're going to do one, we'll just make it easy. We do 2 on Wednesday, 2 on Thursday, 2 on Friday. You have 6 in the pipeline.
Hey, just to interrupt you for a second, I thought Dr. Diana did get scheduled for one of the events though, too. She got.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've had our wins ultimately, but I'm amazed by how many speakers want to know, if you already sent out 10, how come you didn't get booked yet? And that tells me 2 things. They're not really speakers because they don't understand the game. And it's a patience game and it's a numbers game. So yeah, Dr. Diana actually did something that was interesting. She actually, when we went through how to apply or how to log in for the first time, she actually did it with us. And I'm going to go back in a minute, and Tyler's going to show us what it would look like to actually go in and use Nicole's affiliate number to get onto the system. But she did it by herself while we were talking and sent out the 5 while we were on the phone and got lucky right away. So it does happen. It's absolutely, but that's why it's a numbers game. So what we tried to do was we tried to finish the build of every single thing that aggravated me about being a speaker. I was retired at 50, got bored, came back and did consulting work for mortgage companies and consulting work for mortgage servicing companies. And at 60, got bored again. So I said, okay, I'm going to retire again. And by 60 and one day, I was bored again. And I decided to build this absolutely for everything that I love about speaking and that I hated about speaking. And then I decided, because I'm an entrepreneur first, this would make more sense because there's 1,200,000 speakers in our country. There are 70,000 of us that actually list ourselves as speakers on LinkedIn. So that is your competition. Whether they're getting them through me, which makes this so simple that you can apply and then go do whatever it is that you do during the day that you really want to do, or they're at one of the other ways of going out there, they're just toughing it out every single day. That is who you are up against. And I can tell you that my guess, and I don't know this number, and I would love to hear everyone's opinion. I believe if there's 1,200,000 people to believe they're a speaker, there's probably 800,000 that it's a bucket list, that they believe they want to be a speaker. Because someone said to them, no, you show up, they give you $10,000, you go home. Who wouldn't want to do that? But then you realize that there's a whole speaking business to speaking, and there's a whole lot of work behind speaking. And that's the hard part. So again, we do two things really great. We find your opportunities. We find them in exactly what you speak on, because we scrape the internet to know exactly what you speak on, exactly who your target audience is, where your geography you love to speak on, and we fill that to forms as simple as I showed you. You sign up for a month, you get it for $80 and not $100 for this under her affiliate number. If you sign up for a year, you get it for $1,000 for the whole year instead of $1,200. You're literally applying for $2 to $3 per application, per submission. If you're doing one of those a day and it costs you $3, how much is your time worth to fill out if it took you 2.5 hours? You guys make $200 an hour, you just saved yourself $385. The numbers just work. So Ty, let's go back, and as if you were a brand new speaker, and what I'd love for anyone to do, Alan, do you have any other questions before I move on here?
Yeah, Alan put in here, or was it Dr. Brian? How do you share how to follow up without being a pest? Because you have a great system for follow up in here.
Yeah,
and you
I
just
wasn't
set it
paying
up.
attention to the chat question, so thank you very much. Yeah, your answer to that question is we interviewed many speakers. And when I tell you that, I will tell you, and Nicole will back me up, and anyone who's ever saw anything I've ever built in 50 years will back you up, will back me up. My thing since I was 13 years old and I built my first business is because I loved what Disney said. If I build it, they will come. Disney said that. I knew right away, but if I let my customers continue to improve it, they will stay. So every one of my customers are like on my board of directors. I'm only as smart as I am and Tyler is. See, I always said Tyler R. That's how proves you how smart I am. So I believe that we have an open book to every single person. Tell us what we can do to improve so we can improve it for everybody. Because you're not, if you gave me a great idea and I shared it with our 500 speakers or 1,000 speakers or as many speakers as we have, we're not sharing it with 1,200,000 speakers. Right? And someone else in here is going to be just as brilliant and give us something back, and we're going to feed our own little ecosystem.
Oh, let me stop you right there, because Brian, I think you have to take off. Did you have a question you wanted to get with Glenn?
Just one more question. I was wondering, have you received any feedback from event planners or other speakers that the applications, I know you've said it's not AI, so the applications are getting through and read. And then I'll say middle of internet on, when I was working for a seminar company, I was applying for my own private speaking. The headache I had was like, Glenn, you're the event planner or the person who hires the speakers. Oh, you're in the running. It's great. You're fabulous. And then they hired Tony Robbins instead of me. Well, I understand hiring him instead of me, but it's like, you're in the running. And it's like, how do I know if I'm actually getting in there, or is that just a patience game? And that's why you need to apply for 10 a day.
You're applying for, if you could apply for one a day, you've applied for 365. That's 1 times 365. I will tell you, you are 99% ahead of 1,199,000 speakers. No one is applying at one a day. They're just not. Okay. It's just, I don't know how many have you ever been unemployed for a while? You know, I have bunches of my friends, when you hit these different age brackets, LinkedIn now has an apply for you button. They did that not so people would get hired. They did that because every unemployment in every state said you had to apply for 5 opportunities and prove you did it. So they would literally go in there and one time click apply, and they were done for the week. What's interesting is that people were getting hired from those I applied because there was something in that resume that clicked onto whatever algorithm the other side was working on it, right? So the problem is, Brian, that numbers game, our system will get you more at bats and allow you to hit the ball every time you stand at bat. Whether or not they catch that ball or not, that depends more on the speaker than on me, right? If you go up there and they call you back and you don't impress them, or your follow-ups or whatever questions they're looking for don't resonate with them, then you have a problem, right? You're going to fall behind with the other 1,000 speakers that are going for that exact same brass ring. Every one of these opportunities is like hitting the lottery at this point. There's 180,000 opportunities, paid and unpaid, in the country every year. That's it. There's 1,200,000 of us competing for that. There's one event planner, and you don't even know, Brian, if she happened to know Celeste, but she can't admit to it yet until she runs everybody through the process, right? We have all sat in on these meetings over and over again when you're on the other side of the fence, when you're dealing with HR to go, we have to post it, right? We can't just hire from within. We have to post it. And that's all part of this problem with the speaking industry. It's the same thing. You're looking for a job every single day. What our follow-ups do, and the reason I got off on this tangent, I feel like Dennis Miller. I don't want to get off on a rant, but I'm dating myself. The reason that I said about if we continue to allow them to make it better, they will stay, is I sit with speakers all day long and I talk to them, okay, what is the letter pattern that you use? We do, when we apply, we send out a letter via email after we apply, because that online resume is going to one spot and my letter may be going somewhere else. Plus, now they know I'm very interested because I've applied and I've done a follow-up letter day one. That already makes you a unicorn. Okay? In my world, I call it a purple cow. That makes you a purple cow, right? You've done something that's unique. You've done something that's remarkable that nobody else is doing. Then we said that, okay, so what's your follow-up sequence? 7 days after that letter, I sent another one. Hey, just want to make sure you got my application. 30 days after that, we send another one. Okay. Then we send one, and I'm just going to give you round numbers and then we'll come back. We're going to send another one. So let's say 60 days prior to, he's showing it 21 days after application. Stop right there. 45 days before the event. Why? They've already chosen their speaker by 45 days beforehand. However, every other speaker said, I thought I was in a running. I guess I'll go play golf. This doesn't work. I keep applying. No one's calling me back. Purple cow said, wait a minute. If I want to be remarkable, I'm going to send a letter 45 days before to say, listen, we may get another COVID outbreak, God forbid. Your speaker may have gotten sick. Maybe they had some problem. Maybe they got a better offer and they just backed out. Remember, I'm still available for that date. Okay. And then the most unique one, keep going down, is letter number 5, which is, it's already been booked. Okay. If they booked you, we give you the letters and say, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And again, we're going to show you in a second how to modify these. And the last one, either way, send the post follow-up. Either it was great to be there, or remember me for next year. I'm huge again on this purple cow story because I believe that being remarkable is not that hard in today. No one's doing anything human anymore. These
I'll
are
just
kind of
add
things
one
that
more
make
quick
us.
thing. Yeah.
So what we do is we set you up for success. Now go up to letter number 2 again, Ty. Just for instance. And let's say that Tyler heard from the woman, said, hey, you're in the running. And now she gave him the name. And she mentioned that her kids also went to Nevada State University. So Tyler now wants to call her back by name and add that, wow, amazing that your kids went to Nevada State. I went to Nevada State. I graduated in 2017. What year did they graduate? And make it human. So he's just going to go in and modify that letter, and everything that you apply to and everything that you follow up always has an ask me button or a modify me button. And what both of those do very well is it goes in and it changes it enough where it doesn't change the tone and tenor of the letter. It just adds something that makes it more human. One of the things, and my trademark person, one of the things I want, Celeste, humanize through human eyes. I want to humanize through human eyes.
Yep.
Which I think is a very cool trademarkable comment. And that's exactly what my company does. We do everything as humans. If we can make it more human, I know I've been doing sales literally, hold on, that might plug went good. Since 13 years old when I opened my first company, and I know that every single thing that I ever sold was not about the product I was selling. It was about being human. It was about that I was the only person ever walked back into that sales meeting and asked about their kids. I left every meeting, went back to my CRM, which now we all use Go High Level. Back in the day, it was ACT. I don't know if anyone even remembers ACT, but that was the original amazing CRM. And I would go to my car and I would fill out as many things as I could possibly remember about Nicole or Tyler or Alan or Celeste in that meeting. And when I walked in there the next time, if I had an hour meeting, 50 minutes was about them. The last 5 minutes was about what I was actually selling, and I never had to sell it because I was the only person that cared. So again, I ask you to look through everything that we do and then tweak it to your perfection. That is why it should take you 10 minutes per application and not 30 seconds the way Tyler did it or the way I do it. After a while, this system absolutely learns every time you do it. So it gets better and better at what it's doing, and you become more comfortable with it. However, I still spend my 10 minutes, because I apply all day long, to test the system, to see what's going on, and to be able to speak to people. And I love, to me, that's the fun of it, is to go back in and see what I could find about that person to humanize it. So that's my rant. Anybody else have any questions on anything? Anything? And then I'm going to go back. So Ty, let's go back to the application screen. And what I'd ask everyone to do is.
Did you have a follow-up question, Brian?
Yeah, I think Dr. Brian may have had a quick question.
I did, but I'd rather let you guys talk. I just sent you both an email. So.
Okay, that's fine. That's great. All right, so Ty, go back to the application screen as if you're a brand new speaker. And Nicole, do you want to flash what your brand new speaker? No, I'm sorry, not your application. As if you're applying to first. There you go, that one. Okay, so go on, use Nicole's.
Yeah, and I updated some of my topics, and when I got better gigs that would come up, and it was easier to apply because it seemed more like me. So sometimes you just need to do a little bit of a change.
So let me ask you, Tyler, is that Nicole's affiliate number? Use her affiliate link. It's in the chat.
Yeah,
Or can you just put your affiliate link in there again for everybody so that they can use it?
Can I ask a quick question?
Mm-hmm.
Do you only cover the US or do you cover the entire world?
That's a the world is really big.
I know.
Okay. If you have
The
a country
European
that
Union
speaks
and the
English,
US then.
if English is its language, then like UK, we're covering. But India, where all this started, where I flew to India for 6 months and built this with guys that are in India.
Yeah.
But they all wanted me to do it in India, but I can't help them in India because I don't speak Hindi, and I don't even speak what they call Hinglish, which is Hindi and English together. So so if I'm of no value as a human being, I can't do it. So if your country that you're looking at and is an English speaking, and I don't have to train my system on how to speak another language, then yeah, we could absolutely do it.
So there are the Scandinavian countries where we speak a lot of English. It's not our first language. For me, it's actually my fourth language, but we definitely do speak English as well. So would you be able to help there as well?
Yeah, like
or-
Germany is another country, right? They don't speak English as a native language, but they're all speaking, they all speak English. So
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. I'm just
Scandinavian
curious.
countries I want to come to anyway. So yes.
And we are fabulous, just so you know.
I know you are. I know.
Yeah.
And you're dog friendly. Because that's why I travel the world with my dog, and the countries that are not dog friendly, we don't go to anymore. I know.
Well, I don't know about dog friendly because I don't have one, so I don't pay attention to that. I'm a cat person myself.
Oh, okay. Well,
I wouldn't know, but yeah. I don't think that they're particularly against. I know that here in England, where I am at the moment, where I live at the moment, they're quite dog friendly.
Quite dog friendly, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. All right. So we're going to
Thank
go
you.
in under Nicole's affiliate number.
Yeah, so this is Nicole's affiliate number here. It looks exactly the same as every other sign up, except for it's tied to Nicole's account. So this is what it will bring you to for signing up. And yeah, so now we are at the stage where we would enter in a speaker URL.
Excuse me 1 second. Nicole, can you post your affiliate back in the chat again? Because there's 44 chats and people are having a tough time finding it.
Yeah,
Just so it's
sure.
on the
You got
bottom
it.
of the.
You got it. Here we
Thanks,
go.
Alan.
There you go.
Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Alan.
All right, so we got her affiliate link. Let's see. Yep. So digitalspeakeration.com/voicelab, and then you can go ahead and begin your 7-day trial. So, Nicole, would you like to share your speaker URL, or we could use someone else in the audience? But let's show a quick example here while we have a few minutes of what a new profile would look like.
Share your screen so there's a different look, Nicole. That's all. No pressure. And when you sign up, we ask you to do 2 third-party authorizations, one on your phone number and one on your email. And when you go into the Chrome extension, we ask you to do your email again. And the reason is the Chrome extension is very powerful. It knows every single thing that's going on in the files that you were just working on. Our Chrome extension is written in such a way that it only works if you came through an opportunity that you were looking at on Digital Speaker Agent. So it's not following you in every other site that you ever go on to. That is what the Chrome store is absolutely protecting everyone from, is someone following you around the internet and gathering all your little bits and crumbs of information. So you'll see 3 third-party TPOs, just so you understand. One phone, one email, and then when you go to Chrome extension, it'll be another one. So go ahead, Nicole. Did you find your screen?
No. Oh, I thought you guys were sharing it. Okay, hold on 1 second here. You got your screen still up. So if you can, Tyler, if you can stop sharing your screen, I'll share mine. Yeah, there we go. Sure. So I am sharing hold on 1 second here. Get this one. Why is this? There we go. Bring it back up. Come on. This is the one you wanted me to share, right? This right here. This one. Yeah.
Now, Tyler, you want her to be on her actual as if she was getting the opportunities today, right?
Or do you want me on this one here? Which one?
Yeah, so I think you want to walk through what it looks like when you enter in your speaker URL and then we build your profile for you. Is
Oh,
that
from
good?
here? This one?
Yeah. And what I want everyone to do is play along. Put in your
Okay.
username, put in your sign up today for a 7-day free trial while we're going through it. And then you'll have 7 days to go play with it while it's fresh in your mind. So anyone who wants to do that, let's go back to that screen. And again, you're going to get 2 third-party authorizations. You put in your email address. If you want, you can do your credit card on there, cancel it within the 7 days if you don't like what you're doing, but we get very few cancellations. To at least try it out for $80 for the first month. It's absolutely worth it. And then we have very few people who don't stay with us. So again, what I've asked everybody is while you're here, play along. As Nicole said early on, and it's a good point that she made, people have gotten lucky, like as a rookie, they get their first at bat and they hit a home run. So why not do it while we're here? We have enough time where you could do it, and you would see exactly what you're going to end up with. And then we can leave you with our calendar invites and our access to intercom. Ask us any questions. You have 7 days, and we work through it with you. That's what I was looking to do, Ty.
Yep. Yeah, that's perfect. So is anyone on the call, does anyone on the call have your own speaker website? And if you do, you can go ahead and share the URL. And
Ty, let's make it simple. Okay. All I want to do is let's get them all registered and then show them what it would look like once they're registered, because they'll all be registered on their own computers, but they can sit and watch how Nicole or you just filled out your information. You filled out your phone number, it sent you a TPO. You filled out your email and sent you a TPO. Now they brought them to here. Then they can all see, oh, this is what my stage and identity profile would look like. And they'll all see how it would appear.
So you got Dr. Brian's speaker site, you got Celeste's speaker site in here, and I've got my digital speaker app up. So where would you like to go from here?
I just want you all to log in as if you're just went back to it said, take a 7-day free trial.
Okay, so when you guys log in, I'll put it in here one more time. You
Hey,
can log in.
Ty, do me a favor, take back over control of the screen, go back to the 7-day free trial. And I know this is different because we went off a different tangent here. Okay, right here, everyone who wants to play along right now, write in your information using her affiliate link. Type in your information away would be right here. And we'll just go through this live.
There you go.
Okay. And that way there, everyone who wants to be on it and test it, you'll be on. And then when the questions appear, you can hit us up one-on-one after the call and we'll help you out individually.
Does anybody have their screen up and we can walk you through it right now? Let's see.
So put in your name, your email, and most important,
Yes, I'm almost done.
your
Okay.
speaker website.
And Tyler just put in a 30-minute meeting. So if you guys want to book, I'm here to tell you that you actually get human. Not only did they train their chat bot in there if you have questions in the middle of the night, but they will get on with you and help you out. So there is a human when needed. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's actually reminds me of Windows 95 back in the day, how easy it was to utilize it. It's very user-friendly. And so was that Dr. Brian that had your site up?
All right. So is everybody who wants to play along, just throw a quick chat. And if everyone who wants to play along did it, give me a thumbs up and then we'll just move on to the next page.
Yeah. Dr. Brian, you ready? You can go ahead.
Okay. So Tyler, flip the page.
All right. All right, so at this stage, we are just verifying the phone number, and then we'll be in. So we have 796-208. Okay.
Okay, at this point, you can either subscribe for a year or a month to try it. So I have a question for everybody because we ask this question a lot. You come into a site like this, you were recommended by Nicole. She's bringing you on this site, and now we're looking at a 7-day free trial. But now we've asked you for a Visa card. Number one, to make sure you're human. But number two, to make sure that you're real and you're actually want to do something. You're just not a bot fishing out. And it protects us from giving away our information to bots. How many people, thumbs up, thumbs down on the chat? Okay, just fly it through. How many people look at that and go, oh, there's no way I'm giving this company, even though they have an amazing website, they came through an affiliate, it seems like they had a great LinkedIn profile. Is there anybody that's saying I wouldn't do it at this point?
Yeah, does anybody have any?
Any input?
Scanning me right now.
It's scanning you?
I
Yeah.
think.
Yes, it is. So using your speaker website that you typed in right now, it's going out and it's searching your website and other places of your public web presence, and it is automatically building your speaker profile for you so that we could start to generate your matches.
Yeah, so it takes your identity. Don't you do, was it Myers-Briggs or something? You ask for personality test and then you get content like social media content or newsletter content, and then it takes an audio, it takes a video. So it really gets with you and knows who you are.
And one of the things to make sure, because I know we get asked this question at least once a week, we are not doing anything with your video except looking for your phrasing and the way that you speak. We're not taking pictures of your videos, and you're not going to end up on other websites with your likeness. Okay? It just, people write differently than they speak. On video, they speak differently than when they talk. And it all goes back to what your personality trait is, which is that Myers-Briggs or your DISC score. That's our underlying piece. So Brian, are you at that page right now that Tyler's showing?
I'm on the page that says, here are your speaking opportunities. I can share my screen if you want.
Yeah, you have the ability. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me go ahead and stop sharing.
Let's do it.
So I can go anywhere you'd like.
Okay.
This is great. So it looks like Dr. Brian had already verified his email, he verified his phone number, and he's in.
So what he's looking at now is, here are the opportunities that were delivered to him. He goes through and he goes, oh, Great Lakes Day Camp. And that's in Illinois. I'm in Chicago. I like that one. So I want to see more about that. So I click on show more. Little to the left and a little down. Little down. There you go. Show more. The purple. There you go. And now what that does right now, right from this page, Brian can see every single thing that they're looking for to see whether or not he feels that he would be a candidate or completely not. And because this is a numbers game, what the good speakers are doing are saying, why wouldn't I apply?
Yeah.
I'm not going to, people with, and speakers are notorious for this, and I'm trying not to lump everyone in together, but imposter syndrome seems to be a serious problem with speakers. They want to speak until they're called out on it. And then they think, I really can't speak to that group. I can only speak to this group. So what happens is, the better speakers that are comfortable in their own skin, they're accepting them all and they're applying to them all. So let's just accept that one.
So Glenn, do you find that sometimes, I find this for some of my speakers on virtual stages, is that sometimes it's just changing, you're still going to talk about the same talk, but sometimes it's just changing your talk title or changing some of the phrasing and knowing your audience, but you're still talking about the same subject.
And that's exactly, Nicole. And that is exactly what our system does. It changes, it gives you an alternate keynote title. It gives you an alternate buzzwords. It gives you what your keynote could read like. It gives you a new article that you would write for LinkedIn. They all match.
Right.
Okay,
I can change my name, right?
Yes.
I should have put doctor because I think that helps differentiate me. Not that I'm lying. I am a PhD.
Right. Okay. So Tyler,
Yes.
go back to your stage and identity. I'm going to show you exactly right. So we go back to the stage and identity, or I don't know. It's probably an evergreen, I would guess, for his name. The name's an evergreen.
Yeah, so to change the name on your profile,
Go to
you'll use the little profile icon. So at the very top right of the screen, it looks like a little person type of icon. There's a moon, a person, and then a log out. So look for the moon and it'll be right to the right of that. Yeah, so clicking this will open up your profile information. This is where you can edit your name, your email address, your phone number, and any of your other personal details.
Yeah, hit save. Hit refresh. Okay. Now you're
All right,
back.
perfect. Now, any package that you generate in the future and accept will show your new name as Dr. Brian.
Okay. So just to follow through here, do we want to just go back
so
to
what I
that
want you to look
opportunity and
at,
apply?
what I want you to look at, and then we're going to show you, go down a little bit. So we figured out that you're in leadership and management category, leadership development. You would speak internationally. Stop right there. Go up a little bit or stay right. Okay. Your takeaways, your challenges, and your learning objectives. They're the three biggest things that you're being hired for. So just take a look at those and tell me how close we are to what it is that you would actually feel that you're an expert on and would get paid to do. Did we did we actually create your takeaways from what makes sense from your website from a high level?
Yes. And then the only thing I would add, if it was necessary, is one of the things I pride myself on is you'll walk away from any talk with immediate application.
Okay, great. So
But
go up a
otherwise, you
little bit.
kind of hit that there. So yeah.
Okay. So now challenges. All right. So now what I want you to do now is let's go back to, go ahead, Tyler. Take them back to the pipeline and now show them what we've done to his custom event package to get him ready for that.
Yeah. Yep. You'll want to click on opportunities. And then the second tab over is your pipeline. So if you go to the very top here and scroll up. Yep. So we'll just want to scroll up a little bit more. Yeah, you can go ahead and click pipeline. And then in purple, view my event package. Yep. So this is your customized proposal and your package for this particular event. So if you scroll down here,
stop right there. So if you stop right there, your challenges that you are now solving, we've taken what it is that we took from a high level from your websites. We now combine that with the about of exactly what this particular event was looking for. And now this is what we're using to actually give the answers.
No, that fits. And if I get to talk to somebody, I know I can, once I build rapport, I can crack my famous camping joke, which is I was camper coach Brian growing up, and because I'm Jewish, we don't sleep in the desert or the forest. We put a mattress down on our wooden sleepaway thing. So all the other counselors were jealous, but I was okay with that.
I love Jewish humor. Right from the Borscht Belt. I love it. So again, now with something like that, if you go,
this is great. Okay, sorry.
You can actually modify
It's
any of those.
easy to change.
And write your modification. Put on there. Please add my Jewish camping joke. Like you don't have to do it now, but you would write, please add my Jewish camping joke, just like you're talking to your computer. You do today, and it will absolutely modify that so it becomes more.
Oh, we have to change this. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Okay. Your SWOT is what your strengths and weaknesses are for this particular event.
No,
what the opportunities and what your threats are. Okay. This is powerful while you're writing your keynote, so you know what you're good at, what you're not good at.
Okay, so you have a few questions coming in. I just want to address.
Yeah, go ahead.
One is just for time's sake, we're on the half an hour. I don't know what time zone you guys are in, but that's about another 15 more minutes or so. We're going to go through this. Celeste says, do you only do keynotes?
No, our system finds for panelists and breakout sessions. but we don't write all the information for all three. We're writing it for that. But when you get to the bottom of this, here's your benefits, your objectives, what we just updated, your new bio. But if you get to the bottom, go all the way to the bottom. I'm just going to answer Celeste's question. There's the editorial that you can write. Now, we're going to ask you a custom question. Celeste, what is your exact question? Do we do what?
So I don't do keynotes because I don't go into corporations to talk about intellectual property. That's really useful for them because if they're big corporations, they will have their own legal team and potentially their own intellectual property team. So for me, it's more relevant to speak on panels or whatever. I can't remember all of the different names, but.
Okay, so in your custom question, Brian, if you could, write for me, can you create for me what my panelist discussion would look like? And so as you would be able to write this, however, whatever the exact wording is that you're looking for. And just like anything else, Brian, it doesn't, thank God it doesn't care about spelling. It figures it out. Because my fingers are this fat and it gets 4 keys on every finger every time. And I have a Philadelphia slur.
And I experienced my life with dyslexia.
Oh, God.
You and I need to book a call, connect with me on LinkedIn, and we'll travel together.
Okay, so now if you scroll down, here's what your panelist discussion would look like.
Cool.
There you go. And has
And
everything.
it's what your panelist discussion would look like for this particular event. That's the biggest
yeah.
advantage of actually using these custom event packages because it's already read and understood what this event's looking for, and it will customize and optimize all of your application materials to this particular event.
And is this saved?
Yeah, well, what
I
you
mean,
can
do I
actually
have to
do with
save
that is
it
you can
anywhere?
copy. Yeah, you can copy and paste that. You can,
Download it. You can download it.
yeah, you can download it,
right.
right? Yeah, offload it. Yeah, you offload the whole thing each time.
Yes, and right next to the default to download, it's showing your default version. And then if you drop that down, it'll actually show you every previous version before you've edited it. So you can always go back and view a previous version as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's easy to swap for that last version too.
All right, real fast. I'd like to click here if that's okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, so
Yep.
Change one weakness to one.
Put the nine, just make sure that it says on E. I don't know if it's going to understand that one. Just make that one word. There you go.
I can speak, but I can't type.
I understand. Now this would be interesting if it does this, because now you're asking it to.
So is it the weakness of what you're sharing or the audience probably weakness pain point for this conversation? Or is it the weakness in your talk?
Yeah, see, Brian, the SWOT analysis is an actual deep dive into what we feel your strengths and weaknesses are to this particular event. And now what you're kind of arguing, not arguing, but you're kind of bringing it up. All right, please hit save. I guess you did that already.
Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, and that gives me a clue that I need to add to my webpage and LinkedIn experienced in virtual events trained by Nicole.
There you go.
Something like that, exactly. Exactly. So it's training you on the backside and a lot, and that information, that SWOT doesn't appear anywhere when you're applying. That's
Okay.
like for your own knowledge. So now let's go from there. And I know we're up against it. I want to grab some questions, but from there, let's go back now to actually apply for this event. So go to that, to my favorite color, the event that says event website and submission. Click there. Okay, call for speakers. So on March 3rd, there'll be something on your dashboard that says you have to apply by then, or whatever the thing just was.
Sorry, I hit
No, that's
something
okay.
on the MacBook.
So the thing's on March 3rd. So submitting a proposal, let's go down. Let's see, maybe we'll get lucky.
Yeah, unfortunately, these people that are having you apply to these sites don't have this big, huge button that says apply here. It just
No.
it's usually hidden somewhere. So that does take a second to look for that. I think that's the hardest part. That's
So
the
there's your
biggest button I've
form.
saw.
So you saw how much information you would now have to gather, Brian, in order to apply for this. And now let's just click on this and see. Hopefully it takes us to their page. There we
There
go.
you go.
Oh, that one, yes. Okay, so from here, Brian, you also have to download your Chrome extension, and because we're up against it, you can call us back and we'll make our meeting. Because I don't really want to. If people have questions,
I get it. I get it.
so now that you download your Chrome extension now, and that's what would fill out this form for you by using all the information that's now in your custom event package.
Can you? Yeah, I sent you guys an email. We'll schedule a talk, but
Okay.
where do I know how to add, what extension am I looking for to add to Chrome?
Yeah,
To do
so
PSA. When you go to apply, there'll be a pop-up that walks you right through it. It's very quick.
Okay.
Yeah, and I can
yeah,
always
so
help
Dr.
you walk through
Brian,
it. But
Yeah.
Tyler,
it looks
Tyler put his calendar in there, so I'll give it for you, Brian, Dr. Brian.
So are there any other questions we can answer?
And oh, Alan asked, does he need your own speaker website? But you get a speaker website with this, right?
No,
No?
you do not. We do not make you a speaker website with this. No, absolutely
is
not.
that
We're
the
not in the
affiliate
website
site?
business.
But no, that little landing page that I showed earlier that had my information on it, right? Is everybody still getting that?
Oh yeah, you mean as an affiliate?
Yeah.
Yeah, they can come to you as an affiliate, but we can't build. Alan, if your question is, do you need a speaker website in order for us to scrape? Is that your question, Alan?
Yes,
Are you a speaker?
yes,
Okay, so do you not have a speaker website or you do?
I do not. That's the whole, I have a professional website that describes everything about me.
That would be fine. Yeah, we just need to find out about you.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah,
okay.
because again, we won't make it up. I've had people say to me, I'll just tell you what I'm good at. Just make up my website. I'm like, no. I'm real big on this source of truth. I need to know what the truth is, and I will continue to repeat your truths. So your professional website, if you're doing that thing and one of your tabs is I speak on, or however you intermingled that, I'm good.
Okay, I'll check to see if that's on there.
And Tyler, we made that. See, that's a great takeaway that Alan just gave us, right? They may not have a speaker website. They have a professional website. They have their blogger website. They have their podcasting website. So tell us what you've been doing for the last 10 years and give us that website.
Okay,
Yeah, it'll take scrape all that, which is awesome.
Okay, and real quickly, I have two different websites because I provide marriage and family therapy, also about depression and anxiety, but I'm also in the process of marketing a self-published book and an e-learning program about recovery from addiction. So I have two different websites for each of those things.
Okay, if you're speaking on two completely different topics, you would need to do a buy one, get one free with me.
Okay, I'll just do the recovery from addiction.
The first one sounds like it's all the same. Marriage and divorce and anxiety and depression all seem intertwined. After 36 years of marriage, I get it. I'm just kidding.
No, it's true. No, but it's true because some people do call about the addiction relating to their relationship.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to use the recovery from addiction website because I want to get books sold and I want to be able to market my e-learning program and give talks, do presentations.
And that's the next phase of what we're going into is this is the difference between being a paid speaker and being paid to speak. And the difference is I have so many speakers that don't make any money speaking, but they walk into they book a library, for instance, is a terrible example. They have 100 people show up, they sell a book for $20 a piece, and they made $2,000 and they're in their neighborhood. And the other speakers going, no, they need to pay me for my knowledge. Okay, but if you sell books, or you sell blogs, or you sell advertising, you sell consulting, they are paying you. You just have to go first. So I agree with you. That's why we're coming out with a whole series for authors, podcasters. Podcasters are the greatest source of knowledge because someone is obsessed with something, and that's why they're a podcast host. And then they've interviewed 250 people that are just as obsessed. That's the knowledge that the new people want to hear. They don't want to hear the same guy with only the college knowledge. They want to hear somebody says, I've interviewed 250 people on your topic, and this is what I can unequivocally tell you. So your books, your authors, your podcasting, your consulting, yes, I agree with you. Anybody else? Yeah, so what do we have? We have what, 10 minutes? So Brian, if no one has any questions, let's go back. Patrick, you sure you don't have a question? I know you popped in late.
Oh, I already logged out because I run. I'm late for a little bit of an event, but I
Okay.
just booked an appointment with Tyler,
Great.
and I look forward to all of this. And
Great.
where are you located, Glenn?
Right now I'm in Panama. I was in India for 6 months. Now in Panama.
Okay.
And
I was
I'm from the
detecting the
East Coast of PA.
voicemail. I was going to say FedEx me some bagels, but you can't do that.
Right.
Yeah, bagels
Yeah.
and lox. Hello.
Yeah.
I know.
Hello.
That's right.
Oh
And
my
you know
gosh.
what? You have to be
Much.
careful in Panama if you happen to want to go see the Odyssey, or if it's still playing in a theater down by you, Project Hail Mary, and you think you're talking to somebody in line. It's actually a giant bug. But anyway, that's okay. All right, I'm going to let you all go. It was a pleasure meeting all of you. Hope we connect. And thank you, Nicole, for this.
Of
Thank
course.
you.
Great
Run.
to see you again.
As we
Super
say,
excited.
gesund.
Thank
See ya.
you.
All right. So Patrick, you just popped in. We've got about 10 more minutes, but this is just about they're working through the digital speaker app. Do you have questions? It's all about getting paid gigs, getting on the app. They just walked through with Dr. Brian on how to sign up for the app, but I'm sure you have a few questions.
And Shiroz, is it Shiroz? I
And
must
you
be
can always,
close.
yeah, you can
Yes,
type your,
Rose.
Yeah,
all
Shiroz.
right. Do
Welcome.
you have any questions?
No, I'm just taking it all in right now, and I unfortunately can't start the 7-day free right now, but hopefully
Sure.
can in a week or so.
Sure,
Beautiful.
sure. We're connected on LinkedIn. Reach out to me and I'll send you the replay.
Thanks, Nicole.
Of course. You're welcome.
Yeah, that actually sounds like a good idea, since I'm kind of not really know what this is about. So
Yeah.
I can't ask any questions because I don't know I don't really understand the topic here.
Yeah, no problem. Well,
Yeah,
from
that's
a
okay.
high level, Patrick, from a very, very high level, if you're a speaker, if you're an author, if you're doing podcasting, if you're a consultant, and you're looking to get on stages or you're looking to sell your product, we have invented a project and a path to find opportunities to the audiences that you would want to speak on, and find the opportunities, drop them off to you every single morning, and allow you to apply in under 10 minutes per opportunity. And it'll sound exactly as if you filled out that opportunity by yourself.
Oh,
Patent
okay.
pending opportunity, patent pending technology that we built. I built it out of Python. We use AI for very limited things, only if it can tell the truth without making up new stories. And it's powerful in some things and dangerous in others. So we've
Yeah, I train the models, so I completely understand that.
yeah.
Mhm,
So
mhm.
that's what we do. So every day we drop them off to you, and then it goes right into that opportunity. You press 3 buttons. In 3 clicks, you can apply to an opportunity. Put it that way.
Oh, okay.
All right. Pricing is simple. It's $100 a month. With Nicole's affiliate link that she put in there, it's $80 for the first month. If you want to do it for a year instead of $1,200, it's $1,000 for the whole year. 7-day free trial, live customer service. I know you trained the model, which is great, but I like to have humans do as much as we can.
Yeah.
So my son does everything with customer service that's possible. So we have a first
Nice.
line that we wrote every article, that what our system does, but if our AI can't read it in an article, it doesn't make it up. It doesn't infer anything from other companies that are doing what we're doing.
Nice.
Okay. Tyler has his calendar link in there. He does 30 minutes. I do the same thing on my LinkedIn page. You can always find me or Tyler, and we'll give you concierge onboarding. We'll walk you through it. We'll show you all the buttons. We'll show you the back doors, and we'll go from there.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right.
Awesome. Awesome. I like the live training. I think that was like the winner there. I think that's very good. I love this. I know I need to do more, like just film film it and put it out there because people love to watch video. So that's what I've got on my calendar for this weekend. And I want to thank you guys again for sharing this event. I know everybody's got something going on, but there's a lot of people that ask me for the replay. So we'll get that out there with all the information so people can get in this and get paid to speak. Anything else you guys want to share before we hop off?
No, I just, again, it's great to be in front of people. It's always nice to present what we took. We took 18 months to build this. But this is our third iteration before we went live because everyone kept saying, oh, you just got to launch. And I was saying, I'm not launching until it's right. We're not doing it until it's right. So took 18 months to get where we're at today. We're really proud of what we built. I'm proud. It's amazing to be able to do this with my son, which is a great thing. I worked with my father for years as a kid growing up. So it was nice to be able to pass that torch down. And so I'm kind of the chief evangelist. If you want to talk about anything, obviously I could talk for 90 minutes or I could talk for 6 hours. It's all the same to me. If you want to know the technology and that kind of thing, again, use Tyler's calendar. It's in there and he'll walk you through it. And also one of the other things we do, just real briefly, Ty, if you can share Nicole's screen, I'd like to end on her affiliate page. What we do, which is very interesting, is every speaker that interacts with our system all day long, no matter what they're doing, they get XP points, experience points. So if you accept a gig, if you apply for a gig, if you gave us an idea, if you've done any single thing within the system, you get points for it. Those points are tradable like money to all our affiliates. So Nicole is an expert, and when Nicole does all day long, which I know he's trying to find, okay? She's connecting to people, she's connecting the dots, right? She's doing the digital scene. You say, you know what? I would love to be able to do that. I'm going to trade 2,500 of my XP points because I like what Nicole has to sell ultimately. And I'm very interested in that. And I'm going to get an hour of her time for free just for using the system. So every speaker that Nicole brings in, obviously Nicole already knows or every speaker Nicole brings in already knows what Nicole is bringing to the table, which is everything that Tyler's showing you. However, the other 1,000 speakers that we have in our system also have access to Nicole. So let's say that, Alan, you have 100 other people that also that you've coached on being an author in your vertical. And there's speakers within my system who go, God, I would love to know how he did that. They may trade XP points and now speak to you. You would in turn bring those speakers into our system. Again, if I build it, you will come. And if I allow everyone to make it better, you will all stay. This is all about having people stay in our system, become friends with the other people, understand what the affiliates bring to the table. It doesn't cost Nicole a thing if someone uses her. We don't get anything for that. And it doesn't cost you anything in fact, you get a better price by using Nicole's affiliate link. Everything we do is high level and a high road. Every single thing we touch in our company is on the high road. Again, it's about being a purple cow at this point. There's very few purple cows left in the world. I think the easiest way to be remarkable is just do the right thing. It's not hard, but it's a lost art.
What is a purple cow?
Okay, so a purple cow is you're driving down the street with your grandkids. And your kids are 1, 3, and 5, and they see a cow for the first time, a brown cow, and he's over there, and they roll down the window and they're yelling moo. They're so excited they saw a cow. They actually saw an animal that jumped out of how now brown cow that you read to them for years, and now they see a live cow and they're so excited. And 5 minutes later, you roll down the window and you keep driving, and you pull up more brown cows, and the kids are just as excited. More moos, more pictures, more shouts, more laughter. Another 5 miles, more cows, but now the 5-year-old couldn't care less. The 2-year-old maybe said moo, and the 1-year-old's kind of interested. Now you go to your 4th bunch of brown cows, and no one could care less. And you keep driving. And now you turn the corner, and there's purple cows. Now your kids are yelling moo again because that's remarkable. If you can always be the purple cow, you will always be remarkable and stand out. Because everyone else in the world is a brown cow. I believe in being the purple cow.
Cool.
That's remarkable. That's my story.
Very nice.
All right.
Yeah.
So thank you all very much. This was great. This was a great meeting. I appreciate you. We'll get back to everybody, like Nicole said. Give everybody a film of this so you have it. Tyler, I know, has been great. Put his calendar link in there. And yep. We have no other questions. Nicole, I'll let you wrap it up. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Now we can.
Now I can.
All
Hear
right.
you
So
now.
I hit the button too many times. This is a great way for you guys to apply. It takes the government bureaucracy out of the application, basically, right? Because nobody loves the forms and the pages. It is Windows 95, cut and paste, undo and redo simplicity, not Windows 2010. And this is actually tech that works for you and works with you. And true, great service, great experience. Customer service is amazing. Their bot is trained, but there's also human behind it. If you guys have any questions, you can always reach out to me on LinkedIn and I can get you where you need to go or answer those questions. It's an honor to have you two on the stage. Glad to see the dynamic duo, the father and son here, doing what you guys do best, and that's getting people on the stage.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole.
All
Thanks,
right.
everybody.
Thanks, Ken.
And thank you. All right. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Thanks for coming in.
Bye-bye, everybody.
All right. Thank you so much.
You're showing up. You're posting. You're speaking. You're doing everything they told you would grow your business. So why is it not converting? Because visibility is only half the equation. Getting attention is easy. Turning that attention into clients takes strategy. VoiceLab was built to solve that. This is where front-end visibility meets back-end conversion. You learn how to get on stages, create your own platforms, and use podcasts, summits, and workshops to grow your audience and generate real leads. Then you learn what most people never build. A system that captures those leads, follows up, nurtures relationships, and turns interest into revenue. Email and newsletter strategy that actually gets responses. Workflows, not just more noise. Real connection that leads to real business. Inside VoiceLab, you are not guessing. You're learning the how. You're implementing in real time. You're building a business that works even when you are not constantly chasing attention. Because here's the truth. If you don't have visibility, no one knows you exist. If you don't have systems, nothing converts. VoiceLab gives you both, so you can stop performing for attention and start building momentum that pays you back. If you are ready to grow your authority, expand your reach, and finally turn visibility into income, join the VoiceLab. Scan the QR code, join VoiceLab group on the school platform, and build the business that actually